Super Saiyan 1 and 2 are very similar in a lot of ways. I've mentioned some of these similarities once before on this channel and how they were used to compare Goku and Gohan, but it doesn't end there. The build-up to both are also somewhat similar. To clarify, I'm not referring to Gohan's hidden potential here. I'm talking about the build-up to the form itself when Vegeta states to find a level beyond Super Saiyan. Both are treated like they might not even exist, and achieving it is presented like a race of sorts, with the two main contenders seeming to be either Goku or Vegeta. Despite this, however, Super Saiyan 2 is able to stand out from the original, because fundamentally both forms are completely different, and that's what I want to talk about in this video. The core to both transformations and how that core ultimately changed their respective build-ups. With that said, let's gush over Super Saiyan 1 for the millionth time. Super Saiyan 1, as you're all probably aware, is a form meant to highlight Saiyan nature to go along with Goku's earthly nurture. As such, the way it was built up within the narrative was through a specific Saiyan trait: Zenkai boosts. Each time Goku, Gohan, or Vegeta survived a near-death experience and came back stronger, the Super Saiyan question would pop up and build intrigue. What made this work so well was how mysterious the Super Saiyan was up until its reveal. We didn't even know it was a transformation. All we knew was that it represented the pinnacle of Saiyan's strength and ferocity, making Zenkai our best bet for the time being and made each of our characters' comebacks even more suspenseful. Did Goku just become one? Did Vegeta? Who among them would become the legend and best Frieza? I know a lot of people dislike Zenkai boosts because of how overblown they were, which is fair, but this is why it was such a great tool to build up the Super Saiyan. It brought a lot of suspense, made the inevitable transformation immensely satisfying, and added to the importance of Saiyan nature in the process. It's a pretty simple way to go about it, but incredibly effective nevertheless. Super Saiyan 2, meanwhile, is all about fathers and sons, changing the build-up entirely. Both Goku and Vegeta are planning and working hard to reach this next level and will have their own ways of going about it. Vegeta tries to build up as much strength as he can, while Goku tries to internalize Super Saiyan 1 more to get the most out of it. Despite their methods, however, neither of them was going to reach Super Saiyan 2 in this arc. They may have grown incredibly strong, but are starting to reach their limit for the time being. This is where their kids come in. They may not be able to achieve it for now, but their sons are another story, and with the right training and push, can accomplish what they couldn't. While there isn't confirmation anywhere that Trunks could have gotten Super Saiyan 2 in this arc, I think it's pretty safe to say that he could have if he was steered in the right direction. He's just as naturally talented as Gohan is, maybe even more so given our timeline's version, so he certainly had the potential. Unfortunately for him, his father was Vegeta. All Trunks saw was a man trying to get as much power as he could and mistakenly assumed that power was all he needed, so much so that he completely disregarded everything else and thought it was a good idea. Vegeta knew better than this, which is why he didn't do it himself, but never warned Trunks about it. He just didn't care, ultimately leaving Trunks pretty aimless when it came to his training. Gohan, on the other hand, had Goku to keep him from falling into this and was pushed towards a path where he was able to heighten all of his attributes. Gohan's rage was the main trigger to achieve Super Saiyan 2, but without Goku's training it probably would have taken him a lot longer to get to. If rage boosts were all it took, then the Gohan in Trunks' timeline should have been able to do the same. Proper guidance was key in order for him to achieve this form, and while Goku may have left Gohan unprepared emotionally, physically speaking he did a phenomenal job leading him to this point, which funnily enough fits really well with the way it's built up to the audience. While Super Saiyan 1 was completely shrouded in mystery, we get more and more of an understanding on how Super Saiyan 2 is supposed to be like as the arc progresses. Vegeta gives us a beta build that isn't quite there yet, Trunks shows us the type of strength it's supposed to have, Goku shows us that it's something that needs to be more well-rounded, and Gohan fully showcases it to us by the end. While this basically just boils down to Super Saiyan again, but better in every way, having us see the process step by step leads really well into the form itself and distinguishes it from the original. So yeah, pretty great stuff. In a lot of ways, 2 does feel very similar to the original, but the way it spun it to do its own thing is really interesting. While this combination of old and new is comparable to 1's combo of nature and nurture, its exploration of the father-son's dynamic at play really set it apart. This isn't an internal struggle in one's heart, this is a team effort that requires both parties to contribute. The fathers have the wisdom but lack potential, conversely the sons have potential but lack wisdom. Both are needed, and through Goku's training and support, along with 16's speech to alleviate him, Gohan is able to show his worth and save the day. It's a really great form with a great build-up, and while I prefer one over it, there really is no right answer here. Both have their merits, and I'm glad to have gone over them today. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.